Back in the day, when Jolly Oaksfield was a town without a name, toddler Molly Moo was looking for the perfect acorn deep in the forest to plant in her mom's garden. She found it.
You will do just fine.
She chuckled and giggled. During her trip back home, when she was in an open part of the forest, clouds started gathering.
Oh no? The weather looks ominous.
She sounded worried. She pedaled her bike as hard as she could. She hit a small pothole, and the acorn flew up in the air.
Ouch!
She yelped. She pulled over, but it was already too dark and the wind had picked up.
Oh no, I can't find my acorn anymore. I better hurry home fast. A storm is coming. My little acorn, I'm sorry I have to leave you behind. You'll be fine here though.
She hurried home to safety. The acorn fell smack next to the dirt road in a soft, moist bed of moss. The storm struck close to the acorn, and the plasma blasted over his tiny body. Something very peculiar happened. The acorn became conscious. The weather cleared up, and he started germinating. His hull cracked, and the first shoot stood firm in the air. Soon, he turned into a young sapling. He grew and grew and grew. Over the years, he could feel the soul of the other forest trees, but he was different, and there was nobody like him around. He started to feel lonely. One day, Molly Moo, who also grew a lot, went for a walk in the forest.
Did you grow here because I lost you in a storm many years ago?
To her big surprise, the oak chuckled. He could not really talk, but make sounds.
You are sentient. I will name you Ozzy Oak.
Ozzy kinda liked that he received a name. She sensed he was lonely though. Molly had a eureka moment. She asked him clearly.
Ozzy, would you consider a drastic change so you would have happy visitors every day?
Yeah.
No worries. It will not harm you in any way. You just have to be cleaned up a little.
Ozzy agreed. Molly promised to fix it and went home. He could not wait for her return. Many weeks later, Ozzy started to become desperate. He had not seen anyone yet and nearly gave up hope. And then, in the distance, he heard a rumble. Overjoyed, he noticed an entire convoy of trucks coming his way. They worked for many months to finish whatever they were planning. The first thing they did was to spread mushroom and fungi spores on him. Ozzy was so curious on what they had planned for him. The massive project was finally finished. Ozzy was so chuffed. They turned him into a community center. There was so much to do. The happy sounds made Ozzy's heart swell with joy. There's a snack shack with lunch bags, so the hungry are fed. Under its hood, there was an oversized checkers board, access available by climbing a rope ladder and go through the holes of the hood. Of course, there is a picnic spot to snack. A bar provides for coffee and a large variety of mocktails. A place to rest and chill out under a mushroom umbrella. A spot to snuggle out of sight. One mushroom has an exciting pinball machine. Next to it, the toddlers can crawl under a platform. They would end up at the other side and climb on a rope ladder. Ozzy's backside has loads of staircases. At a junction, Penny Penguin gives a lucky clover leaf to her mom. Climbing up, there is a music pavilion where they play various wind instruments. A melodica is singing its tunes. One plays a shofar, the other a didgeridoo, an ocarina, and a tiny handpipe organ to place on a leg. A didgeridoo is very rare indeed. From there on up, a mushroom provides space to paint. Higher up, there is a foosball area. On the way to the top, some sit on the oyster ledge to enjoy the view. At the back, there is a pavilion to chat with Ozzy, or dance, or hug, where you could also walk onto the tree to sit for a while. Next to it, there is a pool table. Ozzy thoroughly enjoyed everyone playing. At the front, the lounge area had comfy seats for a private chat. Of course, a toilet is also provided. Everyone has to wait their turn though. At the roots, Kids can watch a puppetry show. Mr. Raw has his hands full. Excuse the pun. More play areas to climb, balance on a mushroom hat, or slide down from the tree. You can bet not only kids play out here either. That swing fits adults too. A giant slide keeps the toddlers running up and down. Cute mushrooms for babies to rest. There is a mushroom with a castle dollhouse. At the very top, you can come down in an acorn trolley. Mr. Woolly is timing the ride. Mrs. Longneck is waiting impatiently for her ride. But Willy Whiskers is going first. She will have to wait a bit longer. The base provides a landing spot for the trolley. The stairs leading up to it are made from acorn hoods. The landing dock is shaped like the bottom of an acorn.
Oh no, I spilled coffee on my dress right before I have to give a speech.
Molly Moo complained. Mayor Duncan Duck gestured her to come over and start.
Welcome everyone.
She had a twinkle in her eye when she paused for a second or two. Meanwhile, Mayor Duck had hauled a marquee in front of her. She turned it around and stated,
From now on, our village is known as Jolly Oaksfield in honor of Ozzy.
The crowd cheered. The town finally had a name. Ozzy formed a big heart with his twigs and presented it to Molly. She hugged him.
I will cherish this forever. Thanks, Ozzy.
Everyone had such fun, even right into the wee hours. Not only would Ozzy never be lonely or bored again, but neither would anyone in Jolly Oaksfield.